Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dominic Peterson, aka Doug Zone 503, talking all things Oregon football. If you're not following, if you're not subscribed already, go and smash those buttons below to join the Doug Zone family where we're always talking Oregon football at Doug Zone 503 on Instagram and Twitter to get the quickest Oregon football updates from me. All right, guys. So starting out, it is December 13th, 8:47 a.m. at the time of this recording. And we got tragic news in the sports world that we got to talk about it. Unfortunately, that Mike Leach, guys, Mike Leach, the Pirate, has passed away. So, got to give my prayers to Mike Leach and his family. Very hard time, especially right before the holidays. And Mike Leach, man, was a great man. Put always was on Sports Center on after those games. Just man, just made me laugh, man. That's the biggest thing. It would give me the biggest moments. At laughing and at with his interviews. There's just real funny guy, real genuine guy. And when at the time was Washington State, really just gave the Ducks trouble with his time at Washington State. Eventually, goes to Mississippi State, does his thing there, and I guess he had a heart condition, had a bad heart attack, really messed up his head up here, and just wasn't all there. And if he was to survive, just wasn't going to be himself, and it got him, man. And everybody has their time, and it just take the time to have your loved ones around and appreciate them, because not everybody's here forever. No one, not one person. So just want to give a moment of silence for the Pirate, Coach Mike Leach, real quick. All right, prayers up. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Podcast, what we got on tap for today. We got some transfer portal news as Oregon safety Jonathan Flowe and Oregon tight end Moliki Matavao have entered the transfer portal. We'll start with the first one here. Oregon safety Jonathan Flowe, brother of Justin Flowe, will enter the transfer portal. The former four-star prospect did not record a stat this season in 2 games, and then he went ahead and redshirted in 2021. So not much production coming from Jonathan Flowe. I kind of expected this one. It was honestly surprised me how long this took. I expected once Justin Flowe entered the transfer portal, I was like, okay, Jonathan Flowe's out of here, because Justin Flowe, when he transferred, came to a little bit of surprise to me. At least he was on the field and had some production. I mean, Jonathan Flowe, I never even seen him on the field. And when he did get on the field, he didn't record a single stat. So, didn't really get much opportunity at Oregon. Don't really know how much opportunity he would have gotten. But now he has the opportunity to transfer somewhere and see the field. And I think he can play, man. He's not a 4-star coming out of high school for no reason. Brother Justin Flowe possesses really good speed at the safety position, can move on the field and cover really well. I think he just needs a couple of years of developing, and Jonathan Flowe will find him a place to go and play. I mean, 4-star out of high school, real good speed at that position, and just needs to find his opportunity. So Jonathan Flowe, we'll see you later, man. Really appreciate you coming on. I don't think this move really necessarily hurts Oregon. Again, I think this is another transfer where you're seeing guys that didn't really get their opportunity, didn't get their chance, which I think in all, what the transfer portal was really meant for was this, where you have third string, fourth string guy like Jay Butterfield, right? Third string quarterback, not going to see the field. Get out of here. Go find you a place to play and put some film on the tape while you can, because you only got about 4 or 5 years to really do it here in college. So, don't really blame Jonathan for leaving. His brother Justin leaves, so I kind of expected this once that happened, and glad to see your opportunity. Now, the other transfer to speak about kind of hurts the Ducks, in my opinion, at least as of right now, until they find a little more depth to shore up this position. Because what Oregon tight end Moliki Matavao, when he entered the transfer portal, it kind of shocked me a little bit, because Matavao actually seen the field. Okay, I mean, you kind of go back and remember his big catch against Ohio State. Kind of probably the highlight of his Oregon career, if you kind of want to look back at it. But man, he really was a productive tight end. Really good size, really good pass catching tight end, really good route running tight end. Couldn't really hold his blocks as well as T Ferg can. I think that's why you kind of see T Ferg take his reps and have most of the reps. And then you add on that Cam McCormick has like another 2 years of eligibility, believe it or not, due to injury. This is getting to be a crowded tight end room. Okay, Oregon's actively recruiting tight ends. I'm sure they'll try to find one in the transfer portal now that Moliki's gone. The former 4-star prospect out of high school finished with 19 catches, 209 yards, and 2 touchdowns while with the Ducks. So really, really good tight end production from Moliki Matavao. When he's seen the field, I really like what he did. He also left a statement. I'll go ahead and read the statement here from Moliki Matavao on his post. This is via Instagram, via Twitter, on his graphic that he posted when he said he's going to enter the transfer portal. He says, I would first like to thank my Heavenly Father for all the blessings he has given me. I would like to thank Coach Lanning for giving this opportunity to play the game I love. I will always be grateful for the lessons and skills I've learned here as a player, but also a man. I want to give a special thanks to all the training staff, equipment staff, and academic advisors for helping me along my journey. Most importantly, I would like to thank my teammates. The bonds we made together won't be forgotten. After much prayer and careful thought and consideration with my family, I'll be entering the transfer portal. I'm excited to get back to work and keep chasing my dream. Much love, Duck Nation. So there's the statement there from Moliki Matavao as he enters the transfer portal. I'm very high on Matavao. I was high on him through high school. Big tight end, good, good at catching, good at route running. Just kind of needs to work on his blocking game a little. He tends to get beat when he tries to run block or even pass block. T Ferg, really, really big guy, a little bit more bulky than Matavao is, and was able to kind of get more reps and take over that tight end spot. Both of those guys, T Ferg and Matavao, came in the 2021 class. I really like them both together as an A and B punch when they're both on the field. They're very dangerous pass catching tight ends, both of them. Can really use, if you get an OC that really knows how to use the tight end like Dillingham did, like Will Stein certainly will do. I think that would be big time, and it just kind of hurts that Matavao's gone now. I thought that, if T Ferg were to start, Matavao would have stayed. I think this probably would have been T Ferg's last year playing. He's been playing really well. If he gets another year like how he played this year, I think T Ferg would leave to the NFL, and that would open a spot for Matavao. And that's kind of the thing, guys, with this, in my opinion, this new age of college football is everybody just wants it now, wants the gratification now, wants to start now. Nobody understands development. Nobody understands patience and like what it really takes to develop as a player, especially a young player. And man, it just sucks that all these players want to leave. And I'm not knocking anybody or Matavao for leaving if that's what they want to do. Hell, I think Matavao will kill it anywhere he goes if he gets his starting spot. But when you're in the same class, I get it. You go and leave to find that starting spot, and I think that's the motivation factor for Matavao. I think at the end of the day, he does not want to be a backup. In my opinion, this is the second or third, biggest transfer for Oregon when we're talking just about pure production and what Oregon's losing. I think number one, you got to put Dante Thornton there because that guy definitely would have had a starting spot locked in. And then number 2 or 3, you could put Cardwell or Matavao, right? Cardwell didn't really see the field much as Matavao. And I think when Cardwell did see the field, he was really productive. So those 3 guys in general, are pretty key losses for the Ducks off of last year's team. But with the transfer portal age, you've seen Oregon add Alabama wide receiver Trayshawn Holden. Okay, I think Oregon will certainly be looking in the transfer portal to add on more depth to the tight end room. Okay, you're pretty much left with Terrence Ferguson at this point, Patrick Herbert, and Cam McCormick, who has 2 years of eligibility. I think your real proven production is Terrence Ferguson. Cam McCormick will be your second guy, and Pat Herbert at this moment will probably be your third guy. In the 2023 class, you bring in Kenyon Sadiq. Kenyon Sadiq is listed as the number 8 athlete, 4-star, 137th nationally. So top 150 player in the nation, has tight end size. I know he's listed as an athlete, but 6'3", 220. Could certainly put him at tight end. Do you add in the portal for tight end is a big question mark. I think yes, I think you have to, I think you have to get proven talent behind your starter at this point. I know McCormick plays well when he is on the field, but he tends to get hurt a lot. Okay, that's just what his career has been, and you can't rely on that. And then Patrick Herbert, trust me, I love Pat, I love Herb, love the Herb family, but he hasn't shown that he could be a proven starter if T. Ferg was to go down. So I think you add at least one more guy. Kenyon Sadiq can play tight end, but he's coming in as an athlete. Not sure what you really want to do with him. So I think the portal would be the best thing to do as Moliki Matavao, Oregon tight end, enters the transfer portal. So there you guys have it. That's your transfer portal update right there. Jonathan Flowe, brother Justin Flowe, enters the transfer portal, and then tight end Moliki Matavao enters the transfer portal for the Ducks. I'll be here for you guys at all times for the breaking news. Okay. Make sure you're locked in with me at DougZone503 on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you're subscribed and giving a thumbs up and sharing the video if you're an Oregon fan. Really appreciate everybody who does lock in with me. As always, guys, go Ducks. I'll see you in the next podcast.